You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing bros. Welcome to Potty Talk Live, the 167th episode of Potty Talk Live, where we're taking it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths all around this big, beautiful world of ours. We talk to plumbing professionals just like you. In fact, we're here in Tokyo. It's a little after, 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Think about that. In Tokyo, Japan here. It's a little, I think everybody's asleep. There's some people out on the roads there. Every once in a while, you'll see a train go by here. But there we are. There's Tokyo, okay? Tokyo at 2 a.m. in the morning. So, hey, good to have you on board here. How you doing? Hey, let me know here. We see you. Hey, welcome, Terry. Hey, Michael, good to see you, brother. Works Plumbing's in the house. Ryan, good to have you here all the way from South Africa. It's good to have you here. Hey, I'm flying solo here today here. The lovely Laura is out of the house, okay? She's somewhere. She had some appointments. You know, she's had some important stuff to do. So she's out somewhere. So she left me here, Mr. Techie, I got, 4 or 5. There's TV monitors here and equipment. And she just said, hey, push these buttons to make it go. So here we are. So also, I don't have anyone here to check me. So it's going to be an interesting show. We're going to be talking about how to systemize, stylize, and monetize your plumbing business. Usually she's here, you hear her. She can steer me and kind of keep me, make sure I behave. But hey, there's nobody here. It's just me today, me and you. All right. Hey, good to have you on board. Hey, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, type replay. Hey, and if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do, right? Just keep on listening. But it's good to have you on board here. Hey, as we get started, I want to remind you to type 5 to subscribe to Potty Talk Live, all right? You never want to miss an episode of Potty Talk Live. Or what's going to happen? Let me push the button and find out.
Hey there, I'm Patrick Leonard, owner of Plumbing Professionals here in Hoover, Alabama, and you should be watching Potty Talk Live, or you're going to die. Seriously, you may not die, but your business will.
Yeah. All right. Hey, type 5 to subscribe to Potty Talk Live. Hey, also you can check us out over on YouTube. Subscribe to the $1 Million Plumber YouTube channel over there. All right. And never miss an episode of Potty Talk Live. All kinds of good stuff going on here. You don't want to miss it. All right. So, hey, we're going to be talking about how to systemize, stylize, and monetize your plumbing business. So, hey, bring your questions here. I'm certainly going to have my opinions. Okay, I'm going to share it with you. Hey, this is no snowflake zone, right? We talk straight here. Big Brother's going to talk straight to you. All right. Hey, but I got something for you. All right. Let me give you something for being here today. Hey, Plumbing Pro, are you struggling to win with your plumbing business? My $1 Million Plumber Playbook How to Win the Plumbing Business Game. It details all the right moves you got to make to be a successful plumbing entrepreneur and ultimately a plumbing business champion. In this free 10-video e-course, I share with you my game-winning strategies that took me from one-truck rookie to multi-truck, multi-million-dollar plumbing business Hall of Famer. Click the link below and grab your free playbook e-course now and get your game on. That's right, get your game on. Learn all the X's and O's you got to have in place, all the right moves to have a successful plumbing business. It's all laid out there in my $1 Million Plumber Playbook for you. All right, and I made it easy for you to get. Simply type free in the comments, F-R-E-E, because it's free. All right, it's a deal. Type free in the comments, or you can go to www.freeplaybooknow.com to get your free playbook now. All right. Oh, Michael says, we're with you. You're not alone. All right. Hey, it's good to have you on board, brother. Appreciate it here. All right. Hey, so let's get into it. We're talking about systemizing, stylizing, and monetizing your plumbing business. You know, I get asked, a lot, okay? Looking for that magic pill. What's it take to go from one truck, like a lot of us start out with, all right? Go from one truck to many trucks, as many trucks as you want, okay? And to make good money in the plumbing business, all right? And there's no just one secret pill or one magic potion that you can do, okay? It just doesn't work out that way. I know we're looking for that, all right? The 7-minute abs or, whatever, okay? There's no 7-minute abs to having a successful plumbing business. But there are some things that you can do, okay? And very basically, all right? You can systemize, all right? We talk about systemizing and stylizing and then monetizing your plumbing business. So what do I mean by that, all right? When we talk about, let's start with systemizing, okay? Number one, systemize your plumbing business. You got to systemize your plumbing business, okay? What does that look like? Well, let me tell you what it doesn't look like, all right? If you're still using pen and paper, all right? If you're writing on paper invoices, okay, going out and doing estimates and on pen and paper, all right? That's not systemizing your plumbing business, all right? You can't scale that, okay? And scaling meaning is just a kind of a fancy word or a different term in the business world of growing, okay? You can't grow your plumbing business. And I guess let me lay some groundwork here, or some just look, make sure we're on the same page. When we're talking about systemizing and stylizing and monetizing your plumbing business, I'm talking about it in a manner that we're all thinking about wanting to get free, okay, of creating this business asset that provides us freedom, okay, provides us financial security, all right, provides a life that we want, okay, and that's what it's done for the lovely Laura and I. In fact, just to give you just some quick background, look, I'm just not some counting money guy that decided to start a plumbing business because I knew there was people who needed plumbing and I could make money at it. No, I started in the trenches, literally, okay. In fact, I started cleaning one of those dirty jobs. I started cleaning commercial septic tanks where they actually lower you in. So you can tell I was a young guy, okay, because it takes young guys to do this, just up here, and in the suits and in being in these commercial septic tanks, spraying this crap, okay, in a suit, okay. That's how I started, okay, and then grew into, we just kind of fell into plumbing. All right, like a lot of us, I hear this all over the world. The stories we kind of fall into plumbing. I just kind of fell into plumbing, okay, and so moved into trenches, moved out of the commercial, out of the septic tank, literally, into the trench, and then worked my way out of the trench, and found out I was good in the house, doing finish work, and then the thought hit me one day, hey, I can make more money for myself, doing my own thing. Does that sound familiar? Anyone out there? Give me some ones if that sounds familiar, if that's you, all right? Plumbing business owner, the thought that, hey, I can make more money for myself, doing my own thing. And so then I fell into this business thing, okay? And started my plumbing business, all right? With the idea of making more money and also wanting more time and more freedom, okay? So that's where we're coming from, okay? And so when we're talking about systemizing and stylizing and monetizing your plumbing business, I'm coming from a point of view that all those three are going to equal up to freedom, all right? So if we're on the same page there, this is going to make sense, all right? So yeah, Ryan says, yeah, same. Was a job out of high school. and now 17 years later, still in it. That's right. That's kind of how it works. I came out of the service, and it just kind of fell into a guy, hey, knew I needed a job, and just kind of fell into it. And I hear that very similar story, everywhere. Okay, but as you get older, and you kind of want, I'm looking for more freedom. So if you're one of these guys where it's kind of hit you where, hey, I like to have more time freedom, more financial security. All right. With my plumbing business, there's some things you got to do, or it simply becomes just a job that you own. And sadly, that's where most guys are at. Okay. 95% of all plumbing businesses fail. First of all, 95% of all plumbing businesses fail. I mean, that's huge right there. But at the 5% that supposedly, make it or succeeding are just hanging on, because the numbers tell us that 97% of those are just making it paycheck to paycheck. So I was that guy. Okay. I survived the 5 years. Okay. But I was making it, 4 or 5 years, but we we had a mortgage, a nice home, went to Disney World, we had a nice, we had a nice van to haul the kids around in, and I had a nice car, and, those kinds of things. But we were basically surviving paycheck to paycheck. And it was because we weren't systemized. I hadn't systemized my plumbing company yet. And certainly hadn't, had some feel, had some pride in we talk about, stylizing and creating a look and that kind of thing, but certainly hadn't figured out how to monetize, okay, other than just making a paycheck. So if we're looking to get towards freedom, we definitely got to learn to systemize. So we got to get away from the paper thing, okay? And that can be a little scary. I just admitted here, hey, look, I'm not a techie guy. So I hear from guys, don't like the tech. I get it. I'm not a techie guy. In fact, I'm a little uncomfortable sitting here without my brain here, the lovely Laura. In fact, sweetheart, where are you? If you're watching, sweetheart, can you give me some thumbs up like we're doing okay? So because there's all this techie equipment around, okay? So if something happens, I'm in trouble, okay? So I'm not naturally a techie guy. So when we started looking at systemizing our plumbing business, the idea of doing something like SkyBoss, okay, of a field management software system, and having a tablet with me, kind of, a little freaked me out a little bit. I'm uncomfortable with those kinds of things. And maybe you feel that same way too. I know, talking with a lot of you guys, a lot of guys do, okay? But we found out it's really not that hard, okay? Especially with a company like SkyBoss, okay? And those kinds of people, okay? They really help you through it. But you gotta systemize, all right, your plumbing business, okay? And that's systemizing. That's everything from, how you, answer the phones, okay? How you answer the phones to how you collect and everything in between. Because if it's not systemized, all right, then you can't scale it. You can't grow your plumbing business that gets you in a position that gets you out of the truck and provides, freedom and financial security, all right? It always will depend on you, okay? And so that's a thing, and part of me, I like my business depending on me. Can you relate to that? Throw me some twos out there if you can kind of relate to that. I kind of like that the guys had to call me, okay, or that I was the guy, okay, and I was a little, because I made it happen, okay. So I was a little nervous with the idea of letting go of control, that kind of a thing going on. But if I didn't, I was standing in the way of the plumbing business by having to be involved in everything, all right? And quite frankly, it just was wearing me out, okay? Getting to the point where it would wear me out. So you got to systemize your plumbing business and just do it, okay? Number 2, all right? You want to stylize, all right? Stylize your plumbing business. Now, what do I mean by stylize, okay? Well, people do, fair or unfair, it don't matter, guys. Fair or unfair, people judge a book by its cover, all right? People judge your plumbing business by how it looks, period, okay? Period, all right? So they're going to judge. They're going to judge you, all right? And by how things look. And so how your business looks here. And I'm checking my notes here. You see, I can't do more than one thing at a time. I got Chad says he threw me up a 2 here. He's agreeing with me. All right, getting the thumbs up from Jonathan. All right, but you got to stylize your plumbing business, because people do judge a book by its cover. Okay, and so part of that style in a word, the bottom line is it needs to provoke an emotion, and a positive emotion, okay? All right. Now, I see a lot of guys do their trucks, they got skulls on their trucks, or they got, a toilet next to the driver's side door, stuff that we would think would be kind of cool and cute and that kind of thing. The customers don't, okay? It needs to provoke a positive emotion, okay? So by stylizing your plumbing business, and that's in everything, okay? It's your brand, not only just it's on your truck, but it's stylized in the way that you present, okay? Presenting the options to your customer. All right, the way your tablet looks and how it's designed, okay, and how things are laid out, to how you look, how the guys look, okay. The style is even how you walk up to the house, okay, and you're out the door, to how you present yourself to the customer for the first time. What kind of style is that? All that's extremely important, okay, to be successful with your plumbing business. Sure, you can get the job done. I hear, I'm a plumber, okay? Well, if you're a plumber, then you need to go work for a plumbing company, okay, and be a plumber. We're talking about plumbing business, okay, to be successful with a plumbing business. And these aren't difficult things to do. In fact, they're really simple, but they're not easy, because you got to do them. And a lot of times it's stepping outside of, I had to think of things in a different way, okay, and with a different perspective. And I had to learn new things, which, I'm not back in the day, earlier days. I am now. I'm more of a reader, because I've learned that trait, of learning business, and, it's important to read and be up on things and that kind of a thing. But back starting, I wasn't, okay? All right. Ryan says he tries to read the situation and find a common ground. That's a good one right there. Okay. But that's extremely important. All right. So it's walking in, not just being you. Okay. Because your customer has a style. All right. First of all, your customer woke up this morning not wanting to call you. No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber. Okay. I know we love us. Okay, but our customers don't. I know customers say, I love my plumber. No, they love their plumber when they need their plumber, okay, when you can come out, okay. But they have a style too, and that style may be very talkative, and or they may be very analytical, okay, and we'll kind of run you through the paces that way. Or they may be a little hot-headed, okay, and so they're upset with the situation, so they're treating you a little hot-headed, You got to go with that, okay, but style, so that's their style. But we're talking about your style. You got to have a style put together, okay, on how you look, and it's okay, I kind of, you could be a guy with a beard and allow beards, and now in our society now today, you have tattoos and that kind of stuff, tats, but it should all look clean, okay, and provoke a positive service emotion, all right? So style is very important. That's one we don't think about often. I'll talk about this with my guys, my private coaching guys, even, it may sound silly, guys, but being aware of how you look, how your beard is, how your hair is, coming off the last job, okay? So when we're talking style, it's not just your brand, what's on the side of the truck, okay, which is extremely important, okay, and everything that's there. But it's everything from even the style of how you send the receipt to the customer, okay, all those kinds of things, all right, it's very important. So there we go, all right, so we systemize, you got to systemize, you got to stylize. And finally, you got to monetize. Okay, well, I'm charging. I'm making money. No, okay, I hear it all the time. One of my favorites is I build. I do $1 million homes. Okay, well, we're not talking about having a lot of money go through your hands. You ever feel like that the more you work, the less you make? Is that something? All right, throw me a 3 up there. All right. If you kind of relate to that. It seems like you're in a position where the more you work, the less you make, okay? Or they're just, you can see, you're doing the $1 million home. So, of course, you're waiting on a big paycheck. But, you may have $20,000 come through this week. But it's like, where'd it go? All of a sudden, it's gone. Where'd all that money go? It's not, your bank account isn't going up, all right? Or you feel like you're 1 step up, 2 steps down, okay? You have a great week or a great month. 2 steps up, then all of a sudden it's 3 steps down the next couple months, all right? We're talking, that's all because we haven't monetized our plumbing business properly, okay? So you got to know, what does that mean? What does that look like? All right, you got to know what your hourly rate is, okay? And that's a key right there. That's a foundational issue, your hourly rate. Now, not what you think the market will bear or what the market, when I hear guys say, well, that's what my market says that I can charge. That's a lie, okay? That's what you just don't know what you need to charge, okay? You got to charge what you need to charge. Okay, so you got to know how to charge what you need to charge. You need to know, I call it your honest hourly rate. Okay, if you're charging something that you don't know how you came up with those numbers, and I'm not talking about, well, I get this number because the guys down at the supply house are charging this, or the last company I worked for is charging this, and that's just kind of what I feel I can charge, and I got the material. No, I'm not talking that, because you still don't know what you're charging. Okay, all right. And it's not honest because you don't know what you're charging. You're not being honest with your customer. You're not giving them an honest, another word that's used is fair, okay? You're not giving your customer an honest, fair price, okay? So when you're asking, you hear, talking about, I want to provide a fair price to my customer. What's a fair price to your customer is a price that covers all of your expenses, okay? Covers your growth expenses so you continue to be around, okay? Covers your taxes, all right? It covers all your expenses, okay? That's a fair price, and profit in there so that you can continue to be around and can reinvest in your plumbing business, all right? To continue to provide service, to honor the warranties and to be there, and to provide opportunity and for others, to provide jobs, okay? To be a positive influence, to create this economy, okay? That's fair, all right? Being unfair and being dishonest is just charging a rate that, you say that you pull out of your arse, okay? So you got to know your honest hourly rate, okay? And how to come up with that, all right? And you can. I could do it. I learned these things. You can too, okay? And I can help you with that, by the way, all right? Next, you need to know what your prices are, especially in the flat rate area. And this is a huge problem with guys where I think the job should feel like this, okay? All right, Brad says market doesn't dictate price. Mindset does. Amen, Brad. Right on. That's part of the problem. That'll lead into one of the huge problems we have in the money area is what holds us back is our own minds. It's head trash. Okay, we have our own head trash. Look, guys, and I'm talking with the guys. Okay, I know there's gals out there, plumbing power couples, but a lot of it's the guys. All right, look. We may be in different countries, and we may be here in different states. We may be different races, okay? But if we're in plumbing, we are, I use the term brothers because we are. I've talked for years, hundreds, without exaggeration, I bet thousands of guys, okay? It's amazing being in plumbing how similar we are, okay? We've been raised very similar. We've been raised in poor to middle class, okay, middle class working families. All right, that means that our parents, okay, if we had both parents at home, in my case we didn't, okay, which is a very similar situation, worked in the factory. They didn't own it or manage it, okay? They worked in the factory, okay? That also brings with it that we've been conditioned, okay? So if we're that poor to middle class upbringing, okay, and certainly here in the States, you're in this class if it can be pretty good. We went to public school, okay? You got a Christmas gift, all right? When Christmas came around, you at least got a gift, all right? You're doing pretty good, okay? We're maybe went on a vacation every so often, or you went to Kings Island or some kind of amusement park in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you were able to get a new pair of shoes. A pair of Nikes, every so often, that kind of a thing. Okay, that's in the middle class, and if we're one of those, you're one of those. Okay, we've been conditioned a certain way to think about money, and this way that we've been conditioned affects us in a huge way with our plumbing business because we get into, as Brian's said here, limiting beliefs. Okay, all right. Daryl's saying focus on your own business costs. Richard and Laura has helped us with this. Thank you, Daryl. DW, yeah, there we go. The plumbing power couple there. All right, but it's how we think about money and how we've been conditioned with money affects us in a huge way when it comes to our plumbing business, in that we do start thinking we're not worth it. And guys, that's what's going on there. Okay, there's a whole lot here. I can go off the deep end. I don't have the lovely Laura here point me in the right direction, making sure I stay on track. But it is a huge part. In fact, it's a huge reason why, in my opinion, why most plumbing businesses fail. And it's a huge reason why, again, even the 5% that live, that do succeed or are hanging on literally paycheck to paycheck, it's because of the money mindset, because we've been conditioned to think a certain way about money. Let me ask you this. If I say something or ask you something like this, like a penny saved is a penny earned, right? Were you able to finish that? All right. If I say something like money is the root of all evil, right? If I say something like that, rich people are selfish, or fill in the blank. Some way we've been taught. Those things sound familiar? Okay. Well, we've been conditioned to think that way. Okay. By the way, the wealthy have not. Okay. The wealthy have not. Their kids don't hear those things and don't think that way, okay? They haven't been taught that way. Doesn't mean they're better. In fact, I can tell you, they're not. Well, we know that, humanly speaking, they're not better, okay? Game-wise, okay, the fact that we come from where we come from, we can beat the wealthy, the college boys, okay? And not to go, but because you've had to make it happen, okay? You've had to make it happen, and you look at it. But we still carry that head trash. So what happens is when you start succeeding in your plumbing business, okay, so you will start to systemize. And I guarantee you, when you start systemizing your plumbing business, okay, you start using something like SkyBoss, okay, you're going to be more efficient, more effective, okay, you're going to start turning those dollars, okay, even where you're at right now, you're going to start making some money, okay. You stylize your business, and so the market feels more attracted to you and more comfortable with you. They trust you more readily, all right? So you get more of those jobs. You're going to start making more money. But what happens when you start making more money, all of a sudden you start feeling, some will feel guilty. Some will feel, if I say, a lot of people have been told that, who needs to make $1 million, you don't need to make $1 million. That's just too much money. So those things start hitting us. And what happens, like a thermostat, we have an internal thermostat that when we start making money, and this happens, I've seen it over and over and over again. I experienced it myself, okay? I experienced it myself. To this day, I can tell you, we've been very successful, okay? And to this day, I still at times feel like, this is crazy. I just don't do this. My family doesn't do this. How can this kid from a broken home, grew up in apartment projects, basically shopped at it was a place called Value City, which was, it was like, hand-me-down clothes, that kind of stuff. How am I staying here at this 5-star or whatever and traveling here and there and making the money that I'm making, okay? And so there's nothing special here, okay? It's just that you do start making the right moves in business, all right, you're going to start making money. It's just how things work, okay? But what happens is we have an internal thermostat. So we get up to a certain point, and our body, okay, our brain is meant to protect us, right? Our brain is designed. It's a crazy machine, all right? Through, some people say evolution. I know the truth is that, God created us. God created you, made you purposefully and wonderfully, okay? And created these brains to protect us, all right? To help keep us out of trouble, all right? So this brain's pretty cool, all right? And so we get to a point where we've conditioned it. We've written a code for it that says, wait a minute, you're going into danger land. Rich people are selfish. You having too much money. You don't need too much money. It's going to get you in trouble, all right? It just causes problem. Having too much money causes problems. Or people aren't going to like you because you have too much money, all right? So this thermostat then starts cooling things down. And so you start doing things to make less money, all right? Am I making sense here? Is it making sense at all? Give me some thumbs up. We got any questions? I tell you, I know it sounds kind of fluffy. With the guys here, I know I call this kind of a fluffy area. And but it's extremely important. In fact, how we have our head together up here, our head trash, and what's going on up here is just as foundational to our success as understanding our numbers, okay? So there you have it, all right? So there we got to have. We got Systemize, all right? Stylize and monetize your plumbing business. And you put those things together, all right? You put all those things together, you'll be killing it, all right? Let's see. Let me push a button here. Let me see if I can't do the lovely Laura, if she's watching here, seeing if I'm doing this right. Oh, man. Okay, I've lost the mouse. Sweetheart, help. I've lost the mouse. Oh, man. Okay. All right. On live TV, on live Facebook over here. Okay. I can't find where we got multiple screens here, and the mouse is moving, so I can push the different buttons to be at the right place. And there we go. Finally got it. So let's see if this is working. There we go. Okay, I'm back on track here. See, it was a tight one there. All right. But I'm a master plumber. I can figure it out. And if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. All right? So there we go. I think it says turn it on, turn it off underneath. Okay? She just gave me a note here. All right. Hey, I got it, sweetheart. I got it under control. You see, I got it. All right. Hey, where I really got it is I want to help you with your plumbing business. All right? Hey, if you're looking to systemize, all right. That's right. Ryan says, Ryan, another quack situation. Exactly right. There's a quack sitting here by himself. All right. Hey, but I'd love to help you with your plumbing business. All right. If you're looking to systemize, stylize, all right, and monetize your plumbing business. All right. I can help you with that. And so I'd like for you to check out the $1 Million Plumber Success Academy. All right. And so everything that's in there that you need to do just that, okay? There's over 150 videos that cover all these topics, from figuring out your pricing, flat rate pricing, how to monetize your plumbing business, okay? How to stylize it. Everything's in there. Over 100 hours worth of video instruction. All there teaching the business of plumbing. Okay, I got it all in there for you. That's my heart. That's why we're still doing this. If I can do it, you can do it, all right? See, I'm sitting here. If I can do this, you can do this, all right? You just need to know the right steps to take, all right? Simply type success in the comments or go to www.themillionplumber.com/success and check it out, all right? But it sounds like it's time to flush this episode of Potty Talk Live. With all this, the bottom line is I want you to know that you were purposefully and wonderfully created. And you were created to do great things and be successful. So when you're out there doing your thing, run like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.